What are some of the challenges and triumphs when navigating cultural differences in relationships? Tonight is part 4 of our series on love, dating, and relationships in 2021. It's time to jump off live. I'm yours truly, Jeff A. Smith, and I'm joined by the rest of Team Jump Off, DJ, aka that dude named Dave, JD, and Johnny Dangerous. We're also joined tonight yet again by an honorary member of Team Jump Off, the amazing and intelligent Dr. Zoe Stallings of Musk Clinic in North Carolina. As you're watching the show, please be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel as always. We really appreciate the support. Also, you can check us out on Zingo TV channels 249 and 250. And if you're on the go, you can find us on your favorite podcast streaming app. Now, Jump Off fans, I had to save the other guests for last here. We have a very, very special treat for you all on this episode. We have a true celebrity on the show tonight, broadcasting live and direct from Japan. We have multi-platinum selling singer, songwriter, actress, radio host. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. The multi-talented Crystal K is jumping off live with us tonight. Hey. Welcome to the show, Crystal.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're very welcome.
Good morning from Tokyo, Japan.
Yeah. What time is it there now?
10:01 a.m.
Uh-oh. Watch out now. Watch out now. Yeah. Now, I was going to say good morning in Japanese. I didn't want to butcher it. So can you, for the audience, can you pronounce it again, how you would say good morning?
Ohayo gozaimasu.
Okay. Ohayo gozaimasu. Was that close?
Good job, yeah.
Okay. Nice. Excellent. So so we'll get right into it. So I know there's probably some fans of yours who are watching the show, and there's also some folks who are probably totally new and not quite sure who you are. So I want to give you a couple of minutes just to kind of tell us who you are and who, for those who may not be familiar with you.
Hey guys, it's nice to meet you. My name is Crystal K. I am a singer from Japan. I was born and raised in Japan. My mother's Korean and my father's from New Jersey. And he was in the Navy, so he was stationed here. And that's how my parents met. But I've been a singer since professionally 13. So this year marks my 22nd year anniversary. But I started working, like my first job was singing a commercial jingle for this game, sock, and that was when I was 4. So I've been doing this for a minute.
Yeah.
And I sing in Japanese, mostly in Japanese, but I throw in a lot of English.
Okay.
So I'm trying to, bridge the gap.
Yeah, bridge the gap. For the Jump Off fans, I wanted to chop up some clips tonight of her actually singing, but we ran the risk of the videos getting tagged and all that behind the scenes stuff. But please look her up on YouTube. Like, no matter what language she's singing in, she kills it. So
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. I saw a rendition of you singing "Human Nature" in New York. Yeah, New York a couple years ago, and then I know you just had an album that came out back in April called "I Sing," right? Your newest album.
Yeah, it's a cover album, but they're all Japanese covers. So
okay.
One of the most interesting things, like I noticed when I was looking up, going through your videos and stuff on YouTube, the way a person is like famous or like people love their music is when you have other people singing your songs.
Yeah.
So
that's how you know.
I saw so many like people, attempting to sing your songs. So like, how does that make you feel when you have people who, go out and they are trying to, do the songs that you have made famous?
I mean, it's always a beautiful thing to see and witness. I'm just grateful. It's just weird every time. It doesn't get old. I'm just like, wow. And to see it sang by like different generations, like younger kids, I'm like, how do you know? You weren't even born,
Yeah.
So that's a really special feeling. And also when non-Japanese people are singing it, that's always very touching.
Yeah.
in music, and that just goes to show that music is borderless. So
It's
it's always
universal.
a warm, beautiful feeling. Yeah.
I meant to add a quick note too, so just so the Jump Off fans know how Crystal came about being on the show. So most of the fans know that I am an actor, and I was taking a course through Perlman Acting Academy, which is a studio out in LA. Everything was via Zoom because of because of COVID and everything like that. So the classes are pretty small, right around 8 to 10 folks, just depending upon the week or whatever. So taking the class, getting to know the classmates and everything like that. We have a group chat, so we're following everybody on Instagram, getting to know each other outside of just the classroom atmosphere. And I'm following people, and I'm following Crystal, and I'm like, whoa. 260, 70, 80,000 Instagram followers. Who is this person? You know what I'm saying? And I was like, so I had to do did the due diligence. I was like, wow, she like famous. And I was just like blown away because being in class, we're all actors and stuff like that. And obviously nobody knows who the other person is, maybe outside of class. But yeah, I just kind of happened to see that, and I was like, wow. So that was the kind of the way that I was introduced to her in the first place. So yeah, just really appreciate you being on the show again, taking time out of your busy schedule, because I know you got a lot going on. So.
Of course.
Yeah.
Jeff was always super inspiring in class, and the beautiful thing about Perlman acting is like we get to see all the other students' breakthroughs. So every class is so inspiring, and we learn something like from every single person. So it's always fun. And Jeff always brought, like, he's always prepared, and yeah, such a nice gentleman. So I was like, yeah, of course.
Appreciate that. Yeah, I got to get back in class too. I know I've been gone for a little while. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Rest of the team, anybody got any other questions for Crystal as far as her journey thus far in music or anything else?
I do. So I wanted to just ask you a little bit more. As I was watching the videos, I thought, I wonder who some of your influences. I mean, I could tell that you were influencing other people, but I wonder who influenced you as you were starting as a child and as you were growing into your womanhood.
Musically or?
Musically, yeah.
Well, I definitely grew up in the age of Michael and Janet and Whitney and Mariah and TLC.
Yes.
And all of that. As well as Luther, Diana Ross, Chaka Khan. My mom, she loved listening to funk and soul, so she still has a lot of records, and she's also a singer. So yeah, aside from all the artists, my mom also was a huge influence. Yeah, she would always take me to her shows and just throw me in the dressing room with like coloring books and stuff.
Yeah.
Because she couldn't find a babysitter. And they would always take me to shows, and it was pretty funny because we have like a paparazzi friend, and he would always use me because I was a baby to get photos with celebrities.
Oh, you were the bait.
Use you as a pawn, huh? That's bogus.
I was the bait. So yeah, pretty much grew up in a musical family, and yeah, but I always loved Michael and Janet, and I was like, I'm gonna be them when I grow up.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Followed your dreams. No, obviously, all of us have listened to your music and been blessed to hear both your English and Japanese versions of songs, and wanted to know which do you prefer, or which is more comfortable for you, to sing in English or Japanese? And I know different songs are different, they flow differently, but what do you feel more comfortable? Tough one, huh?
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Because I think when I was younger, I was really quick to be like English. Because the language, it just flows better.
Okay.
Japanese, it's a lot of syllables. So it's like very edge, like nani nani ga, nani nani de, so it can like stop the flow. Whereas English is just like, you know, and also it doesn't have to be that serious. Like you can just be singing about the dumbest. But if the beat is hot,
yeah.
like it goes, you know.
That's like mumble rap.
Yeah.
Yeah, mumble rap too. Like, or you
Yeah.
could just be saying one thing every bar,
Yeah.
and it's fine, and people are like, "Yeah, this goes hard."
Yeah.
And it doesn't really work that way in Japanese. People love and really concentrate and focus on lyrics in Japan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there's more fun to be had in English, I feel like, and a
Yeah.
little more freedom.
Yeah.
In that sense. But I'm starting to appreciate like the very poetic angle of Japanese lyrics.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get really, they get really poetic, and it's beautiful. They say things very
With
I don't know.
passion,
I
right?
don't know if around the bush is a nice way to say it, but indirect. There's a lot of ways to say things indirectly in Japanese.
Oh, okay.
And be beautiful. But yeah, English is more fun.
To sum it up.
Yeah, sum it up. Yeah.
It definitely seemed like Japanese would be more challenging, and I don't know if it's because I don't speak it or what, but just listening, like you said, how you put emphasis on certain words and the fluctuations and whatnot.
Yeah.
I thought it was quite interesting to hear the different versions. You know, hearing you sing in English and hearing you sing in Japanese. So cool. Thank you for answering that question.
Thank you. Sometimes my voice sounds different too.
I did notice that
Yeah.
hearing you in English versus hearing you in Japanese, certain, I guess, inflections and stuff like that. JD, were you gonna say something?
Yeah, I was gonna
Dave
ask.
got something to say too.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, when did you, like, this is my like celebrity question.
Yeah,
Like,
we got a celebrity on, man. You better ask. You better ask, boy.
Like, when did you know you were on? Like, when did you know you had made it? And like that's like the moment that, like, I don't ever think I'm gonna be famous, but like that would be the moment that I'm looking for, like something like, okay, for me it would be like you know, a TV appearance or something like that. Like, when did you know that you were on?
When did I know I was on? I guess when I was on this live music show that goes on every Friday at like 8 p.m. And
okay.
Do they have that now in the States? Like maybe it was like Soul Train. I don't know.
They got Jump Off live now.
But yeah, Soul Train is a legendary show. It doesn't come on anymore, but that's a legendary show. It doesn't come on
anymore, but like a musical show where you have a whole, maybe like 10 guests, and then each go on live.
They do that
American
with The Voice,
Idol.
right? The Voice.
No, The Voice is a competition show though.
Yeah, it's a competition show. There's not really like just a solely like a performance show, right?
No, that kind of resembles like a Soul Train type of vibe.
So, yeah, the format is kind of old.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of old school format. But there's this show called Music Station, and when I was on that, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Because you know other singers are there. And we got to watch each other perform, which is the worst. Like, oh my God, it's so nerve-wracking. But yeah, and when I saw my own billboard.
Wow. Yeah.
That's dope.
That is something. Jump Off fans, yeah, look her up on YouTube, Crystal K. She has, I mean, it's a variety of videos out there. I like the 10th anniversary special video that's out there too. You killed that show.
Thank you. That drummer, John Blackwell, rest in peace. He used to be Prince's drummer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was so talented. Yeah. You
have a follow-up question, JD, before we go to Dave?
I got 17 questions, but I'm gonna let Dave go right now.
And Jump Off fans, just so you all know, after we finish, you know, we're getting to know Crystal right now. We're going to dive into our topic soon. But after the formal show is over, we're going to have an episode of Anything But at the end of the show today. It's a separate show. You'll see. I'll explain it later on, where we're going to ask Crystal a series of questions that have absolutely nothing to do with her career. So stay tuned for that as well, too, so you can get to know the real her. What you got for us, that dude?
As a former musician, don't dabble anymore. I'm just kind of curious. Do you?
Look at this. Some light, you know what I'm saying? Look at
Big
him.
Shirley's boo.
Flex.
So let me bring out Big Shirley out.
I know she under the desk.
Yeah, he has a saxophone named Big Shirley, Crystal, just so you know.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Go ahead, that dude. My bad.
Well, that was the question I was going to ask. Are you strictly a singer, or do you dabble in any other instruments, write, produce? Do you have an additional background besides the vocals?
I wish I did dabble. I did do piano for like 2-3 years, but I cannot read sheet music.
No music theory for you?
No.
Couldn't do that, huh?
And I tried the violin
Okay.
and I quit. I was like 4. I was in the marching band though, and I was a percussion.
Hey, fellow marching band too.
Yeah, but we sucked. We wish we were like the drum line, but yeah. So I did dabble, and I tend to kind of just do things by ear.
Okay. That was gonna be
Okay.
my next question since you said that. So everything is naturally trained by ear. You don't read music, like that. You just sing out the different instruments and tones and things of that nature,
Yeah.
chords and keys.
But my favorite instrument, I guess, would be the bass. When I try to learn songs, I go by the bass.
So do you go by bass line then drums? Do you go by percussion as like the rhythm section first when you're writing and producing? It
Yeah.
sounds like.
Yeah,
Okay.
I do. Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Dave.
Okay.
that's the deep music stuff. I'm oblivious to that.
No,
Okay.
I took music theory for 8 years. It's boring
Okay.
as hell, but man, that's a grind. So
Yeah.
no,
That's dope.
But I can always appreciate someone who who is not able to read music, but can hear it and can be able to bring that out to like the next level, especially in their art form and craft, because that brings out next level into like the mental of how they approach how they do their work. That's why I looked at it. Like one of my best friends who was a piano player never took a lesson in his life, but could just hear that tone and can just put that to the motif.
That's a talent, huh?
It's a talent.
Yeah.
So whenever I hear someone to say, "Hey, I never had formal training and I just learned it by ear," that ear is special.
That's impressive.
Hey,
That is dope.
Dave,
Yeah.
JR said play Big Bertha for us.
Oh, Big Bertha got sold years ago. That's my first horn. JR, that's funny you bring that up. My very first saxophone was Big Bertha.
Wait. So you got two different. So Bertha was the first one, and what's the current saxophone?
Big Shirley.
Shirley. Okay, you got Bertha and Shirley. Okay.
Yeah, Big Bertha. I sold her about, that's 21 years ago around this time.
You upgraded from
Around this
Bertha to
time.
Shirley.
Well, real quick, no nerd status, for like instruments. There's like different levels of instruments: beginner, intermediate, and expert. I had a beginner model horn that was Big Bertha, scratched up like 20 years old. So first job at Bernard's, saved up money for like a whole year, whatever it was. Then parents saw what was up. On my birthday, 17th birthday, we dropped 3 G's on Big Shirley.
Amazing.
And Big Shirley's
That's worth now.
Big Shirley's been here since March 13th, 1997. She's the only female that'll never leave me.
That's great.
Oh wow.
Oh my goodness.
Custom
Big
model
Shirley,
Yamaha
okay.
YTS 850 professional model tenor saxophone.
Wow.
Hey, don't call her out her name like that.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, that's
Whoa,
disrespectful, brother. What are you
No,
doing?
disrespect.
She likes high praise.
Hi guys.
She is
I'm
high
on live on the JumpOff.
Yeah, jump off live, YouTube.
Right now, whether it's
Right now.
10, 20,
I
In
got
Japan.
another question.
Yeah, I got one for it too. You go first, JD.
Okay. Since we talked about when you felt like you were on, what about your biggest mess up, like on TV or in some scenario where you felt like yeah, I just messed that up. We can't curse, but I would use the F word in that one.
Yeah.
Like when is the time where you felt like you really messed something up?
I haven't really had a big F up yet.
Okay. Okay.
But I remember when I was doing, no, it wasn't the 10th anniversary. It was like one tour, and the opening was like I'm in a suit and a hat and looking all smooth and get to the center stage, and then I turn around and my fly's open.
Oh.
Oh, show the world. Show the world.
Yeah, and I didn't even notice until maybe 2 songs in, and after the song, a fan was like, "Crystal, your zipper's open."
Hey, Crystal,
So did you
don't
just
feel
like stop
bad.
and zip it up?
Yeah, I was just like, "Oh," and I turned around, zipped it up. But that's like
Yeah,
always, those kind of stuff is what's live and what breaks the ice.
yeah.
Yeah, that happens
Yeah.
all the time. Don't even,
Yeah.
don't even trip on that.
Just
I
handle
walk around
business
all
and
the
keep it
time with my
moving.
fly down.
All the time.
You do it on purpose, huh?
Yep. Yep. I ain't even on stage.
JD, you walk up in Chili's like that. I will.
It ain't chilly though. It ain't.
Oh my goodness.
You're so silly. I do have a question.
Yeah, go
the
ahead, Dr.
ladies.
Zoe.
So I know that, as the resident female here, we were just talking about Rihanna and the fact that she's a billionaire regarding her makeup line and everything. And I wanted to know, what do you have in your makeup bag? Like, what are your must-haves?
Ooh, good question. None of us would have thought to ask that one.
I would. I'll be 60 years old. Never.
She got it right there. Look at that.
Have.
I use that too.
Wow.
That's when you know you're a billionaire.
Yeah.
Hey, great beauty think alike.
Different countries. What?
You said great beauties think alike.
Ah.
Yeah.
I don't know. A good lip gloss, eyeliner, and I always have to have chapstick. Right now, I'm using Savex.
Oh, okay. That's
and
important.
maybe like a blot sheet, because I get oily.
Very nice, to keep you nice and smooth. I like that.
Yeah, and it's really humid in Japan right now, so.
Yeah, I heard like with the Olympics going on, and some of the athletes have been complaining because they thought the weather was going to be better than what it really was over there. They said the humidity is insane right now.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's insane. And right now, I think especially because I think the whole world, something's wrong. Global warming is real.
Yeah, for
out
real.
here in these streets. So
yeah, for real.
Yeah, it's I feel bad for them.
Yeah, it's crazy. One thing I want to say, I guess a statement and a question. So I was watching the interview you did. I think it was on Tokyo Talks. And something you said I respect wholeheartedly. So I think he was asking about, he was asking, have you ever lip sync before? And you was like, no, I don't do that. I don't do that. She was like, no, I don't lip sync. Where they do that at? I don't do that. So speak. And she wasn't saying in the cocky way, audience, but I was just, the confidence right there, knowing that you can really sing. You ain't got to, that's not even a thought that crosses your mind. So speak to that, like the fact that you don't even dabble in that.
Hey Jeff, did she look back when she said it? Did she?
You talking to me?
Oh, cut.
Yeah, right. Cut this camera.
I haven't done that yet, and I don't plan to.
Talk your talk. Go ahead.
Yeah. But like sometimes people need it.
Yeah.
Sometimes people need it, and I'm not gonna like discredit them for that, because it's impossible. Like when you're doing a lot of movement or dancing or choreo, like really hardcore choreo, sometimes you need some assistance. So even if it's not like fully lip synced, sometimes I have like a percentage of vocals playing, so you can get some help. But yeah, like people paying to watch your show, so I want to give them 1,000% of me that I can live.
I feel you. Yeah. If they wanna hear the lip sync, they can just put the MP. They can just stream it on Spotify, right?
Exactly.
Or whatever. The other statement I wanted to make, a question I had was, I know you're really holding down that R&B flag out there. I know you really, that's kind of your heart and soul. You love R&B music. What is it about R&B specifically that speaks to you?
I don't even know how to answer that question, because I think it's just in my blood. I mean, it's from the Black culture, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
How I listen to melodies, beats, how I sing on certain beats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just natural, and I think that's something I can like Crystal K only can do in the J-pop world.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I think I really want to always keep in mind the R&B essence of my music, because I am pop, like J-pop, pop and R&B.
Okay.
So yeah, I think it's just like the groove and like the vibe that other genres don't have.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We do have a question from JR in the chat here. He's asking, who are your top 5 R&B male singers specifically? If you can name them.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah.
Top 5. I don't know if I can like number,
Yeah.
rank them.
Yeah, you ain't got to rank them, just any order.
Luther.
Okay. Big Luther or Lil Luther?
Big Luther.
Yeah, Big Luther. Okay,
That's
okay.
cool too, right?
Yeah.
Michael, Usher.
Okay.
How I named what, 3?
Yeah.
Oh man, this is tough. I really was into Music Soul Child.
Okay. That's a good one. That's a good one.
One more?
Yeah.
Don't say R. Kelly.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Don't worry, I won't.
You remind me of mine.
Actually, I'm gonna bust out Ralph Tresvant.
Oh man.
Ralph
Sensitivity.
with the outro.
Yeah.
That's a wild card.
My
Okay.
mom loved him, and I would listen to him with her. But yeah, he just popped in my head, so I'm gonna throw it in there.
I'm sure Dave, you got another question?
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask. But that threw me off with the Route T.
Yeah.
You can still do that one, Crystal. I ain't heard no one give that man some props for winning.
For real.
Yeah, only Jump Off Live.
Tag him in this episode. Tag Ralph. Hashtag where's Ralph?
Not new edition, just Ralph T. With his good hair too.
And his leather pants.
Man, if it ain't love. No, I was gonna ask, when you perform, like what is your like pre-routine? Like I know when I used to perform, I used to have this anxiety. It was a good anxiety before you get on stage and then let it go. So when you get on before you get on stage, what is the routine? And then when you get on the routine, the magic happens. How does that go?
I have to have like an hour and a half pre-show to do breathing exercises, like maybe like 30 minutes of that, and then 40 minutes of vocal exercise and warming up. And I do some core, like stretching and little core. And then I make sure I do like this huddle. Is that how you call it? Like a huddle?
With like the folks that you're performing with?
The folks, with the staff.
Yeah, that's a huddle, yeah.
Team huddle?
Yeah, I do like a team huddle. And I just make sure to just touch everyone so we can just exchange energies and I can suck their energy. And so we're like all on one vibration.
Nice.
Then I go on stage.
For you, is singing like a high?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, performing is like a high. Yeah. It takes a while to get down after you get off stage, right? Yeah.
You can't go straight to sleep, huh?
No, that
No way
doesn't
possible.
happen. You need a few drinks before that happens.
Before you need something to bring you down.
Yeah.
I've had that experience with acting and being in a play or having a great shoot, and you just feel so just exhilarated after the fact, and you just don't want that to you don't want to come down off that high. So I can definitely relate to that from an acting standpoint. Definitely not from a singing standpoint. No idea how that works.
When I get off work, I go to sleep.
Would you say, JD?
I said when I get off work, I go to sleep.
I feel that. Yeah.
Definitely. All right, I'm gonna transition the conversation into our topic of the week, back into relationships and dating and all that good stuff. So this week we're talking about navigating cultural differences in relationships. And I think we have a pretty good panel tonight to really delve into that. I wanted to pick Dr. Zoe's brain first, if I don't mind if I do. So you are Jamaican, right?
Yes. I got the mug to show it in the shirt.
Okay, watch out there now.
Show everybody your shirt, Dr. Zoe.
Yeah, sure.
I
Yeah.
have my
Because Jamaica's killing it
it's
right
the
now.
steamed fish and okra body shirt.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that's just referencing that we're all natural with our athleticism.
Okay.
And that there's no steroids involved. It's all
That's
steamed
right.
fish and okra body.
I love that.
Look at the bug.
I love that.
Yes.
So, yeah. So, what type of experiences have you had with dating or relationships as it relates to, be it dating somebody who is non-Jamaican versus somebody who is? Just I don't know who you've dated and who you've been with, obviously, but give us your perspective.
That's interesting because I've dated Jamaican men and I've dated American men.
Mm-hmm.
And what will happen is I find that American men will have preconceived notions and stereotypes that I'm exotic. They might be intrigued by the accent, and they think that I'm not like American women. And they often will say that, well, you're not like American women. And so in a lot of ways, I feel like they might see me more of someone to kind of pursue in somewhat like a game of, oh, she's different. And so I think sometimes when they realize that women have a baseline women have a lot in common, I think that's when the disappointment comes in, like just like the rest of them. Jamaican, dating Jamaican men, there's a lot of expectations that Jamaican men kind of understand how you will be culturally, so I don't have to explain so much. And because I can speak my primary language, which is Patois, and Patois, has a lot of inference, a lot of tone, a lot of gesturing. You don't necessarily have to say everything. And so when I am with a Jamaican man, I feel like my communication is probably easier for me. It's more colorful. I'm probably more dramatic than I am. I'm very calm when I speak English compared to when I speak Patois in my natural tongue. So I find, though, that the struggle I had initially was when I started to date, my parents wanted me to be with a Jamaican man. And I felt like Jamaican men in America may not want to be with me. They don't necessarily want to be with somebody who's so old school. They want to be with somebody exciting from America. And so as I was trying to find somebody from back home, it became frustrating because I had changed. I had picked up some American styles as well. And so then I didn't really want to go back to those expectations of the Jamaican men. I kind of like that American men are kind of, to me, they're easygoing, because they just don't know all the things I'm capable of doing. A Jamaican man knows because his mom is that way. So they might expect you to cook every meal. We had this whole show about cooking for your man. A Jamaican man expects it, okay? American man is okay with a peanut butter sandwich and just,
I'm glad Mikey. Hey, we're glad Mikey on the show tonight.
Hey, Mikey's in the chat.
I was like, in the chat.
I know you in the chat.
A Jamaican man would want like oxtail and stew and this whole traditional meal. So in a lot of ways, though, I find that relationships are challenging no matter what, but the communication can be harder when you don't speak the same language, especially when you are in a passionate state. And so I had to overcome the language barriers because Patois is chopped up versions of all these other languages. And people would also make assumptions, once again, that, oh, she's a freak because she's Jamaican, she's freaky in the bed, or, she's exotic, she's not like other women. So you kind of have to trim, through that to get to know each other. So when you're dating somebody from a different culture, you have to overcome those preconceived notions and barriers.
Well said.
So Zoe, you're saying that you prefer American men over Jamaican men?
Leave it to Dave. Leave it to Dave.
We're tackling the tough questions here. We're talking about this here.
I would say that
the
right American man to me is, so a Jamaican man, of course, you still have certain things cultural that you align, But I would like an open-minded American man because I live in America, right? So if I'm in America, I like an open-minded American man, somebody who wants to try new things, who understands that my culture is very important, and will never say, "Well, you've been in America so long, you're American anyway." You know, so I think that's a part of it, to understand that I have a different culture, and my parents raised me this way. So I really need for them to be acknowledging of that culture. So I'm at this point, I'm open to Jamaican men, American men, but I'm with an I'm American man for now because I'm.
So stop waddling. You like a black American man. You just diss your Jamaicans.
No,
What?
no. Jamaican man is lively. A Jamaican
When's the
man
last
is
Jamaican man
lively.
you dated?
They cheat a lot though.
When's the last Jamaican man you dated? When's the last Jamaican man you
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. Wow. Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's been a while because I'm in America, right? So law of averages.
Hey, I just got to ask the questions.
But I will say, it's just the idea that when I'm with Jamaican men, I do find that we have a good time. But the settling down part of it, Jamaican men take forever to commit. I know all the Jamaican men are going to jump up in my Instagram, but they take a long time to commit. It's a lot of game playing that you have to get through because they see the numbers are in their favor, right? So, Jamaican men will you got to get your mind right because they're going to give you some heartache.
Mm-hmm. So you just gave estimation that you ain't dating a Jamaican dude.
I'm not dating a Jamaican dude.
No, you're not going to. That's what I hear right now. Did you guys hear that?
No, I'm not saying I'm not going to. I'm saying
no. You basically gave explanation about how you're not going to date a Jamaican.
I'm saying that man would have to have learned through life and is ready to explain what he's looking for.
That's not the guy you're looking for right now, is it?
I'm looking for a guy who is.
Why are you giving her a hard
That's
time?
what he do.
That's what he does, Crystal. Every time she talks, he interrogates her.
David
I've known her for 20 years.
is gonna call me out. Here's what I love a Jamaican man to have fun with, but Jamaican men, the commitment part can be difficult. That's a known thing. And so with Jamaican men, Jamaica is full of beautiful women. So if a Jamaican man is in Jamaica and I'm there, we could make it work. But
you're speaking hypothetical. You're not in Jamaica.
I'm not in Jamaica. So in America, I'm going to be with an American man.
That's what I was trying to get at. See, you're not going to give us
because a Jamaican man also is not interested in
all of this to get to your dating America.
Jamaican men don't want to settle down. It's hard for that. That part of it is tough.
They don't want to settle down. So
no.
Pedro's backing you up.
Pedro, I see you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, look at Pedro. Shout out to Pedro there.
Can we call Jamaican men a monolith like that though, and say they don't want to settle down? Is it that?
Yeah, that's a hard term. You're putting a whole branding there.
I'm saying that.
hey. She said Jamaican men. That is all Jamaican men. Am I right or wrong, folks?
Jamaican, I'm not okay. Of course, they're outliers.
Yeah.
There are outliers, and I love my Jamaican men. But culturally, a Jamaican man don't even. If you're with a Jamaican man, he's looking at you like, of course I have another girl. What do you mean?
Okay, so culturally, that's just the norm.
Yeah,
that's the norm. Okay.
Thanks, James. Jamaicans are off the table. There we go. Just trying to get a straight answer. No.
I just wanted to get her perspective, Dave.
I did this on purpose because you know what though? It's just not just those people. Sometimes we look for a direct answer and we go
get around and around
till we get to the point.
I have to
doing there.
I have to be able to get through customs when I go back to Jamaica. I have to get through customs. And you never know who's watching this show, but I will say. Jamaican women know this. There's so many memes. If you look online, there are all these memes. It's called the Jamaican Man Starter Kit, and it will have their headache medicine. It will have like tracking devices. It's just known. Jamaican men are fluid with their tongue. Speaking tongue, and they'll say sweet things.
Clean that up now. Clean that up.
They'll say sweet things, and they're sweet men. But you gotta prepare for some heartbreak. You're lucky if you find a really good one.
Okay.
Whoa! So you said, whoa! Hold on. You're trying to tell people out here. You're telling ladies that you'd be lucky to find a good Jamaican man out here.
We have forgotten to. Let's talk to Crystal a little bit because you're trying to get me. They're gonna burn my passport now.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, let's take the heat off. Let's take the heat off. We gonna transition.
I fall back.
we go segue.
We talking about cultural relationships, so we started with Zoe. So we'll come back to you, Zoe. You ain't.
I got all these guys texting me saying, "Tell Dr. Zoe I ain't Jamaican." Who does that? Who says tell somebody what I ain't?
Right.
Because they got a chance now.
I ain't Jamaican.
Tell Dr. Zoe I
I
ain't
ain't
Jamaican.
Jamaican.
You got folks out here hiding their accents, Dr. Zoe.
You don't date Jamaicans. Don't say that. You're gonna leave the door open.
Oh my god,
Oh my
you
goodness.
guys are
So
crazy.
yeah, so Crystal, what's been your perspective on navigating cultural differences?
What, in relationships?
Yeah, in relationships.
I don't even know how to answer that because
Yeah.
dating here
Mm-hmm.
is like, man, it's hard.
Yeah.
Tell us.
Yeah.
It's
us about it.
hard. Oh my god.
We want to
like,
hear.
I think
Yeah. What's going on over there?
What makes it hard?
Yeah.
what makes it hard? Well, I mean, I think me being a singer makes it hard.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, I mean, I'm born and raised here,
Okay.
but I think the general perception, or like, Japanese men are probably intimidated by Black women or like foreign women.
Mhm.
But I think they have a fetish for, white women.
Okay.
Interesting.
I think culturally, I think Asian cultures,
Uh-huh.
or maybe it's the whole world, there's like this fetishization of, light skin or like blonde, blue eyes, blah, blah, blah. So I think and also it's just that there's not that many. It's a very homogenous society here. So yeah, it's intimidating. I'm tall. I'm kind of athletically built.
Mm.
So they're intimidated.
They get intimidated, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and plus they're like, oh, it's Crystal K. So then automatically it's like, there's no chance or something like that. I have nothing against Asian men or Japanese men.
Mm-hmm.
I've only dated one, but I don't think he was, I don't know, maybe he did like me, but then I feel like it was like a groupie kind of vibe.
Oh, okay. Had to cut them loose, huh?
Dang.
Yeah, that was just for fun.
He was
Um,
man.
It was like 2 months anyway.
Yeah.
But
She had to knock him off the list.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I dated one.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, you sound like Dr. Zoe of Jamaican men.
Oh, goodness.
okay, now it's
You see a
gonna start.
pattern.
Okay.
There's a pattern
Bring
to
it
the show
on.
here.
She said, "Bring it on." Look at
Yeah, bring it.
Bring it.
Shimon, Dave, Shimon.
Yeah, so I think all the men I've dated are people within like my friend circles, or
Okay.
half Japanese, half American, who understands the like mixed culture
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's hard
Yeah.
out here in these Japan streets.
It seems like to me that most people, and I think, regardless of, if you're a celebrity, multi-platinum selling artist like Crystal K, but people want to date people that they feel comfortable with. And like there's so much, like we've delved, or what's the past tense of delve? Dove? Okay, yeah. We talked about
Right.
we talked about this type of thing, multiple times before, and that
Yeah.
when you have someone, or there's that attraction there, but like nobody wants to get turned down. So like being a celebrity like you are, Crystal, I would imagine that guys look at you and they place you like,
On a
all
pedestal.
the way up here.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're probably like 6'4" to begin with, but they place you all the way up here. Okay. Yeah, I did that because somebody asked the question. Let me put that on there. Yep. How tall?
You said 5'8".
5'8", yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
so the audience knows.
There you
We've
go.
established that.
But
Next
yeah,
message,
like
I ain't Jamaican. What? I ain't Japanese.
But yeah,
Okay.
like I can understand why it would be difficult for people to want to approach you, because you don't want to, nobody wants to get turned down. and let alone turned down by somebody that they're gonna see on TV next week. You know, like I guess so many people out there, they just need to shoot their shot. That's
Yeah,
what I
you gotta
hear.
take that
That's
risk,
what I hear
man.
most
Yeah,
women say these days.
Yeah, shoot your
Yeah.
shot. Yeah.
Just go for it. I did have a guy. I was so surprised, almost impressed, like randomly. Like a few months ago, I was walking back home outside from gym. So I'm in my gym gear and a mask and like a hat. And this guy stops me and he's like, I thought like, oh man, he probably wants an autograph or something. And he's like, excuse me, what's your name? And I'm like, I was just like not trying to tell him. And he's like, can I take you out sometime for coffee? And he had a British accent, black dude. And I was like, wow, he's really like trying to pick me up.
Yeah.
I was really impressed. I wasn't annoyed or anything. I'm like, it's more welcome for me because I barely get that, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, one thing I was like, he had a dirty ass mask on.
So close. And you're like, nah.
Oh man, yeah, that's brother. Come on, brother. That brother
Was
had
it dirty like food stains or just wearing it way too
I don't
damn.
even know how this. I don't even know what stain it was. It was like brown.
Dang.
That brother he was this close.
He hit her with the Idris elbow.
He could have had the 2 months.
I'm just wondering, I'd like to take you out for coffee.
That is crazy.
She like,
man.
oh, it look like you've been using your mask as a coffee filter. No. Well, actually, I have.
Hey,
This actually is a coffee filter.
Damn, man.
It might have been.
Yeah.
Fellas,
Charles,
get your mask game up if you're trying to holler at Crystal.
Yeah.
No dirty mask.
Period.
No dirty mask.
Period. That's for any woman, right?
Yeah, any woman.
Any woman.
Please do not come at us with dirty masks.
Let me ask you something. If he had a brand new disposable mask, he could have got the number then, right? Like a brand new disposable mask, he would have been able to got the number and take you out on that drink.
I don't know if he would have gotten the date, but I just told him,
Wait,
can you just give me your card?
Here, hold on, let's wind that back here. He shot his shot.
He shot
and
his shot.
And you said that if he would have had a clean mask, even the clean mask is saying maybe no.
No, maybe.
But with the dirty mask, it was a hell no. Right?
Yeah, it was a hell no.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like a dirty disposable mask. It was like a reusable mask.
Yeah, cloth mask. Yeah.
He bought that bad boy.
So that was premeditated. He looked at that mask, put it on, and went and left the house.
It don't smell too bad.
You said y'all was coming from the gym, right?
Yeah.
No,
So
she
he
said she was coming
You
from
were
the gym.
coming. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say maybe he was at the gym and he was using his mask to wipe down the machine, right? So that he can work out in a clean station. Put it back on.
You trying to shoot him some bail, John? You trying to shoot him some bail?
Man, I mean, I don't see how a dude could approach any woman with a dirty mask, dude.
Yeah,
Like
man.
a reusable mask.
I
That's
wasn't nasty about it. I didn't like reject him. I was like, do you have a card? Or like
hold on. No, hold Crystal.
I like that. That was a subtle flex, though. Man, you got a card or nah?
Crystal, if I was in the market and a girl asked me for a card, that's a no.
Damn,
really?
you have a card.
Ultimate
It's
shutdown
normal in
right there.
Japan. Like,
Oh, it's normal in Japan. Okay, in Japan, that's normal. Okay.
Or I mean,
Okay,
if you're a businessman, wouldn't you have a card?
But he's asking for taking out the date. That's not business. This is personal.
Yeah, but like phone numbers and stuff.
If he was
I
really
got a
smooth, he'd have pulled his
driver's
card from under his mask. Like, bang. You know what I'm saying? It's more than just dirt on this mask.
He should have wrote his.
Judge a man by his mask.
He should have wrote his number on the mask and gave it to him. Like,
Hey.
Pretty much at this point, right?
Goodness.
Yeah,
It
so
might already been on there in dirt.
I wasn't gonna give him my number, so I was like, okay. So I got down his number, but
Yeah, it is what it is.
He
but
was
that's
like,
not
you ain't
like
got to give it to me.
rejection,
I already
right?
got it.
At
Yeah, no,
least,
you
like, yeah.
no, you did what you had to do.
Yeah, that's not flat out rejection.
And you said he didn't know who you were, right? He didn't know.
He didn't.
Yeah, I bet he know now.
He know now, and everybody knows who he is now. Yeah.
He like, I was this close. That's what he's saying.
He almost made it.
He gonna use it as
Oh,
clout
you almost
though.
had it.
He was one wash
What was that
cycle away.
commercial
Oh,
with the-
you almost had it.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, you got to be quicker than that. You got to be
Cleaner than that.
She tripping on me,
JD,
you know. I just got done milking pigs and whatnot. My mask was dirty, you know.
Oh my
She
God.
shot me down, you know.
He gonna tell his grandkids that story. Man, Crystal K could have been your grandmama. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for that mask back in 2021, she could have been your grandmama. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna front.
Oh,
Y'all
man.
can look a little bit better right now.
Oh my
Just saying, I
God.
love y'all.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all could have been singers. Y'all could have been some singers. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I didn't wear my mask the right way.
Don't
that
blame
day.
me for not having the good hair. Okay.
I tried, y'all. Could have been on YouTube right now.
Exactly. Hey, JD, I know there were some specific questions for Crystal as relates to.
Let me go back. Let me scroll back up real
Okay.
quick, and I'll get one. I know Mike had a great question. Let me figure out where it's at.
These comments are hilarious.
Yeah,
Hey,
our
why you
chat is
looking-
usually all over the place.
There we
It's
go.
fun.
Hey, JD, why you looking at it real quick? Does it mean a man has dirty underwear if his mask is dirty?
If his mask is dirty, somewhere else is dirty too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the easiest thing to change, right?
Yep.
That's easy. You can go to Home Depot and get a new mask. For
Yeah,
free.
that's
walk
that's just
right
a
out.
lack of that's just a lack of come on now.
Yeah, that was very surprising.
Dave went to go clean his mask. Dave, what you got? He's like, hold on 1 second.
You ain't gonna catch me slipping
Have
tonight.
you dated both Asian men and Western men? So what's the differences you have seen?
Well, that's real specific.
Mm.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, that's really specific.
This from Mike. Mike rocks with us.
Yeah, definitely.
But I mean, I haven't dated an Asian man long enough, so I can name 3 negative things real quick for that guy.
God damn.
Go
No,
ahead. We
because
want to hear.
that was that one guy that I just dated for like 2 months, and he clearly just liked me because I was Crystal K.
Yeah.
Like he would always want to take me to a dinner with his friends. Or,
Oh, one of them.
Oh no.
Show you off.
Why can't you just be happy? Like,
What? Really?
And you know, till this day, like I guess now he's working at one of the big G companies. And he's telling people like he dated me.
Clout.
Yeah, you know how that go. Yeah, I dated her, man. It ain't work out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, like work. No.
She ain't like my mask.
Wow.
This was
Hey,
pre-COVID. I mean, like this was when I was in college, so it was a long time ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah, over here we call that type of cat a simp.
Yeah.
Sim?
Yeah, we call that type of guy a simp over here. Yeah.
Why? What does that mean?
It's just slang for just
Should I get the Urban Dictionary for simp?
no,
Why not?
just well, you
simple.
can. Yeah, it's simple. A loser.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Does things for the wrong reasons.
yeah.
You know, he was in the door with you, and he basically walked himself out.
The
Mhm.
actual,
Hey, go bring your friends.
hey, the actual definition of a simp: someone who does way too much for a person they like.
Oh no, I guess he wasn't a simp then.
Well, that
He
is way
was.
that is way too much. Bring your friends to a date. Well,
Oh
right?
yeah, he going extra.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought it was meaning
Like
too much
extra,
for the
yeah.
person.
It could go both ways.
Yeah.
Way
It
too
can go both ways.
But I don't know, maybe in general, but I don't want to like generalize Japanese men. They call there's a word for Japanese men, basically herbivores.
Wow.
Plant eaters?
Dang.
Wow. That is,
Yeah.
I get it. I get the translation. Jeez.
Dang. I can see that. Like, you know, I can't really rock with you. You a herbivore. Dang. I'm hurt. She just called me a plant eater.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So I'm vegetarian. So wait a minute.
Shout out to Jeff.
So would that consider?
Shout out to Jeff.
Wait, I'm trying to.
So would I be
went right in,
considered a
Jeff.
herbivore,
Right.
literally?
We tried to tell you, Jeff, in previous episodes.
Go back to that pork chop.
Herbivore or like small meal.
Yeah, I get that too. I see what you mean. We got to add that to the Jump Off Live lexicon. I like that slang.
Yeah, and I think girls are more powerful. Like they're the ones that are making moves because they're like waiting for stuff to happen.
So, wait, I got a question here. So you're saying that the men over there are more beta and reserved, and the women have to be more alpha and be more aggressive. Wow.
Yeah.
It's like Atlanta.
Oh, so
wow,
it's like Atlanta. Dr.
She says like Atlanta. Oh my God.
That's how it is in Atlanta.
Okay, so I got a follow-up question. So you said that you're from New Jersey too, from the States as well, then?
My
Correct?
dad is.
Okay, so by being where you're at, do you still have Western values when it comes to dating, or are you more traditional to your Asian culture? Because if you're talking about having a problem dating, and if men are beta in the way your reaction, it sounds like that's an issue for you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, you got to think about that one, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I want to feel like a girl.
Feminine.
Like I want to feel safe.
Be protected.
I want to feel like a girl. I mean, I'm tall too.
Yeah, can't be
I don't
hanging
want to
out with
have
no
to
damn
take
herbivore.
care of him when like shit goes down.
Yeah.
You know, I want a man, you know? So
Not a herbivore. I was a damn grass eater gonna protect you. Ain't gonna do nothing but move out the way, right?
Exactly. I don't know if that's interesting that you pointed out like Western values or Japanese.
Yeah, because you sound conflicted. Because you were saying that you've only dated one Asian man. So if you only dated that one guy back then, and you're saying these things about how feminine you want to be, it sounds like, and it sounds like you're living in the wrong area possibly for the man that you want.
Yeah, I thought about this too. I'm always saying this with my like foreigner girlfriends that live in Japan. They're like, we're in the wrong place. Like, I definitely feel more appreciated abroad.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's for sure. And men definitely would approach me more outside of Japan.
Yeah. Do you ever see yourself go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh no, go ahead.
Do you ever see yourself moving from Japan somewhere else, or do you have your roots are so deep there and everything is there that you plan on staying there?
I think Japan is always going to be home for me.
Mm-hmm.
So unless, some part of my job requires me to move out, yeah, I would. But I always come back here.
Yeah.
Or have a home here.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Home is
I
where
do
the
have a
heart
little
is.
comment about shooting shots. So there are a certain group of men that will shoot their shot under any circumstances. And of course, these are broad generalizations. It seems like that's all I'm really good at doing these days. But Haitian men, Jamaican men, Nigerian men will shoot their shot. In fact, the moment you hit the airport and you start coming off the plane, those men are like, "Wagwan data, you look good, hey," and you just when I get to the airport, I'm like, "I'm too quiet down here. Shoot your shot, all of you, shoot your shot." I love it. You know, it's like when I see men and they look at you and then they kind of walk away. You're wondering like, were you gonna say something? You know, it's not to fluff up my ego, but it's the fact that I think that law of averages, men should shoot their shot. Women, of course, in some instances, for instance, have to make that move, like places like Atlanta where I know I couldn't live. But I just really think certain cultures, the men are more aggressive and they will shoot their shot.
Man, great. Glad you brought that up. Yeah,
so you like that when they just come off the plane and they're just saying, "Hey, what's up?" Coming out. You want that validation.
It's kind of nice.
You know what's crazy? Like as a guy, I feel like this is totally counterintuitive to the way I felt when I was younger and like dating.
Yeah.
Like it was like I wanted to shoot my shot, but I was so nervous to shoot my shot that I just sat there pump faking. And like I couldn't shoot the shot. But like as you get older, and like now I'm out the dating game, but I understand that like if you don't take these opportunities and you don't take these chances, that you can't land somebody like like you guys, or it just takes so long. I feel like, and this another goes back to another conversation that we had where we spoke about how it seems as though a lot of younger women are going after older guys. It's because you gain so much knowledge and you know and understand the game at that point in time. And when I was 25 or 22 or 18, like I was too self-conscious to even get to that point. And it's like you gain all this knowledge over all that time. And I sort of understand more now why women do find it more attractive to go after guys who seem to be more mature and older.
It's a confidence, right? A man who is more mature already has a sense of self. They kind of feel more settled in their own skin. And if they, they're not looking at it as, if I shoot my shot at this woman and she says no, it's a loss to me. They just look at it as, you seem like and the way they approach you is never this big ordeal. It's usually like, you seem nice. You want to have coffee? And it's just like, okay, yeah, sure, let's do that. But with a younger man, sometimes it's now you played me. They feel insulted. It's a huge blow to the ego, because it takes a lot more to shoot that shot, and on top of that, the turn down and the letdown is more painful, and they feel like other people are noticing that. So you're more likely to get that reaction. So now we're seeing where men now aren't even shooting their shot in person; they would rather slide in the DM. They're finding ways to kind of message, and I think it's strayed from. But the more mature man will definitely be smoother about it, more confident, and I think that's attractive.
Hey,
definitely.
I got a question for both you and Zoe then, and then Zoe kind of touched on this here. Since all the problems you're having to date in here, do you prefer an older man or a younger man then? Especially with the issues that's going on in the culture there right now. So what is your preference that you are looking for?
I'll let Crystal go first.
Okay, let's go to Crystal first. She's the guest. Yeah.
Older or younger?
Yeah.
I definitely older, but I don't know, like when I have these conversations, they're like, a lot of women are like, it's not really the age, it's how, the young guy could be a very mature young guy. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say you're kind of dancing. I want to see the real Crystal here. So have you dated any younger guys recently or in your dating life right now? Or have they been your age or older?
They've been my age.
Okay.
Or older. But yeah, I think I prefer older.
See, I hear all this hesitation, so it sounds like if a young guy came into the game right now, he wouldn't have a shot with you. That's a hard pause, Crystal. Come on, let's, you know what? Let's jump off live, people. We love you. We love you. We love your music. That long pause is giving us the honesty.
She want to phone a friend right now.
Yeah, this is like for real. You want to call your best friend up?
No, I would prefer an older guy. Like I think I want to be, but also I want to be able to like admire and respect the guy. So not necessarily, you know, there might be, you know, hardworking young guys out there, but whatever.
I get it.
Yeah, but yeah, I want somebody that's already like been there, done that, established, has the capacity to be able to support me without like having his ego in the way.
That's
support me.
Okay.
Yeah, not and support. I don't mean like financially. I mean like mentally and as a person.
Yeah, you like what you like, and that's good. You need to be unapologetic about that.
And I want to be able to talk about stuff with him, and so
it's
definitely see that you have to have a mature man being in your position. The same with Dr. Zoe as well. You know, when you're women and you're in a professional level and you have success, a man has to be able to take his pride and put it to the side. Not even so much as put it to the side, but just understand and respect where you all are in life, appreciate it and support that. And y'all can feed off of that. Both of y'all can feed off that, you know, support that man where he is, you know. But a lot of men, they fall short because they have egos, you know. A lot of men lead with their wallets for one. And then so if a woman has a bigger wallet than them, then they got to deal with that mentally, you know.
Right.
And what are my friends, what are my boys gonna think? You know, that is a level of maturity that a lot of men have to have. And unfortunately, that disqualifies a lot of men when it comes to y'all finding or dating qualifiable men. You know, that one particular thing in itself. And then we're not even talking about all the other stuff, you know.
But John, let me push back on that though. Crystal, are you gonna John, you say leave with the wallet though, right?
A lot of guys do.
Yeah, they do. That's true. But Crystal, are you gonna date a broke dude?
No.
I asked that question on purpose because John, you are so right. Some people want to leave their wallet, but like when you were saying earlier, Crystal, about you wanted security, you were saying it's not about money, but security does mean finances.
That's a part of it.
Yeah, I mean,
but there's a whole spectrum between.
Let me finish. Hold on.
You know, poor or broke versus.
Jeff, let me finish.
I got you, Dave. Go ahead, finish, my brother. Go ahead and finish. The floor is yours.
No. I'm saying that. To be able to have that finance, we need not spend it on it, but it's the security she knows that he has it. So if he's broke, you ain't checking for him, right, Crystal? But hold on, let me finish. No, she's shaking her head. No. So even though I say you sound like you're traditional, it's like he ain't got to spend that much money on me, but it's the idea you know that he can be that for you. That goes higher in your list to a guy who may not have what John was saying earlier.
Hey, Crystal, before you answer that question, let me ask you this, Dave. Why would she or Dr. Zoe date a broke man?
Hey,
why would they?
No, though. Yeah. That's not for me because I'm a dude. We want to ask them why would they date a broke dude.
No, I'm saying you posed that. You brought it up. Why would they even consider dating a broke man? Huh?
Women want security.
But can we?
No, look, see, Joe about to jump in and say women want security. So when I say there's a broke man, she is looking at that person like, okay, if we get in a pinch, can he help me out in this situation here? I'm not saying that all women are gold diggers or looking for a situation here, but it's got to be able to know that he can provide or be there for you and be secure at any given time possible, even if he's not paying her rent. So if he's broke, one thing she knows that if she's in the jam, she can't call that dude. She's going to call Sugar Daddy who can get her out of the jam. Am I right or wrong?
That's anybody, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. But we're talking about
you're not gonna call a broke person to help you out financially.
So when we're talking about leaving with the wallet, that's what men have to do a lot of times because it's about security.
Let's let Crystal respond. I want to hear what Dr. Zoe has to say too. Go ahead, Crystal.
I mean, I don't want to have to worry about that stuff. I got work to worry about. Like, that's another stress, having to like, okay, so he can't afford this, so we got to do this. It's a whole bunch of bringing down we got to do. And I mean,
You don't need no man calling you in the middle of your performance talking about I ran out of gas, babe. Can you cash at me? You know what I'm saying?
thank you.
There you go, John.
It's really
That's
that
what I'm
simple.
talking about.
Asking you for money to buy new masks and whatnot.
Yeah,
Right,
that's
you know,
not
a
the
mask
type
that
of
dirty.
stuff, like trouble or drama I'm trying to get into.
Yeah.
So of course, you know, the financial security is going to be there. Of course, if we're trying to make a family or a living, you know, that's a given.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully, like, I don't want to be the only one being the breadwinner in the relationship.
Right.
And it shouldn't be. That's why I asked that question.
And I want to have Dr. Zoe chime in too. Before I do that, though, and a lot of times the word, and also the word broke is relative too. It's relative to the individual what they think broke is. Somebody could be making $100,000 a year, and another person can call them broke. You know what I mean? So, or more or less than that. I'm just throwing that number out there. So recognize too, and I think that, you know, it depends upon the individual. Broke is that kind of a relative and a subjective term.
Let me
You
chime
know what
in
I'm
on
saying?
that.
So
when we're talking about broke, we're talking about the average man. And so when women, like when Chris talking about security, I'm talking about the average guy who's making in this country $42,000 to $50,000 a year. So I'm talking relative how women terminize that broke. He could be middle class, 65,000 a year, and women were classified as broke. So we can do word gymnastics saying 100,000 broke. That doesn't mean he's mismanaged his money. If he's making 100 G's and he's broke. Where I'm talking about the guy who could be a good person who would approach Crystal or Zoe, but they don't have the job or stature to even compete at that level what she's looking for, because she's even said, I'm not looking to worry about the bills or our family, things of that nature. I want that security. Sometimes a guy who could be a good guy making 45 can't do that. Broke, you said, you know, we can say it how it is, but maybe he's a low earner, but that is what I was coming back with that.
gotcha. What say you, Dr. Zoe?
Okay, you know, I was in my seat squirming around.
Yeah, I got you. I saw you.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that I'm with Crystal in that you don't want to have to. The ego is fragile, right? You don't want to be in a situation. For instance, if she's going to an award show and her dress costs more than his whole salary for the month, he might feel a certain way, right? And so sometimes what happens when there's this unequal with this balance, it ends up being that the woman now has to spend so much more time reassuring this man. You're in a space and now it's like, oh honey, no, I know it's a Bentley coupe, but you know, my agent got it for me. And now you have to kind of explain away. Or for me, if I go to like a medical conference, I might go to a medical conference and people look around, but the association that I went as a part of secured a whole resort and I only paid $3,000. But if you look online, it's $15,000 a night. When you bring people into certain environments, especially when they're not confident in who they are, immediately they start to count money. And so when they feel like they don't stack up, you as a woman now have to pour more to kind of make them feel better in that environment where they're uncomfortable. So that takes away from the communication and the support that you need. So now, instead of you being comfortable in your dress and looking great, you got to be like, oh, look at him, he's awkward. And now the paparazzi wants to take a picture. This is me living my head, Crystal. Like I'm a celebrity in my head, right? Paparazzi wants to take a picture of me and he doesn't want to hold my purse. He thinks this is a dig on him. It's very difficult when people make substantially different amounts of money for the man to be secure. Here is a situation in which you can find a man who is secure, who doesn't make as much. When that man has an entrepreneurial spirit. So some men don't have as much money, but they may have intellect. So when they have a certain amount of intellect, you may be dating a professor of psychology or a professor of physics or, you know, someone in academics. They're never going to make that money, but they're comfortable because they're doing their life's passion. An artist who is sculpting, you know, he's not worried because he knows he's doing his life's passion. Some people are not fixated on that because what they can do is an art form too. The challenge we face sometimes when women make more is now the man feels emasculated. And so for women, it can be difficult to even get into that space. So for me, I dated a man who was younger than me and we got married. We were both in medical school and we were broke. Okay, we were broke together. Together, we were just, it was, we started from the bottom. But as we were growing, what I realized was that on that journey, we really couldn't spot each other, so to speak, right? We're both fledglings, we're both struggling. It was very difficult for one of us to be able to spot the other person. Imagine if you're lifting weights and the other person's weak and you're struggling. Now that I am looking, I want a man who is older, and I have a formula: age +7 ±2. Essentially,
Okay, break that down, Doc. Break that down. You know,
So I
She
have
got
My
a formula.
age-
get it with an
Ism coming off.
equation on that ass.
about to
We can
get us
curse
with
now,
some
by the way. We can curse now.
Spit that ism.
my age
Hold on.
+7
Okay.
±2. I mean, I
Okay.
really do want a man who is 5 to 10 years, 5 to 9, 10 years older than me, because I need that person to have gone through some things ahead of me to pull me through when I struggle. He needed to have gone through some of his insecurities ahead of time, so that when I come along with my insecurities, this man can hold me down. Because I've been with a younger man and I'm holding him down. Like, come on, it's gonna be all right. I want a man who's already gone through that, so I can say.
And he's not broke too, right, Zoe?
Exactly.
Zoe, and he's not broke either, right?
But guess what? A man with ambition, confidence in self.
How
Let
is
her
he
talk, Dave.
Let
Let
her
her talk. Let her
finish,
talk.
please.
Let her talk. Let her
I
talk,
mean,
man.
what I'm
You
saying
in there.
is,
Let
the
her
man I'm
talk.
saying-
Go ahead, Zoe.
What I'm describing to you is, let's say that this man doesn't make financially, his return on investment is not mine. It's not the same as mine.
Right.
But what he's doing is he's optimizing everything he has. He's confident in his success. It's the confidence in success. But if you're dealing with a man who's like, man, I could do more, I could do this, and she looking at my pockets are light, and now he's embarrassed everywhere he goes, I can't build that into you. So it's not so much broke, because you can have a man who, if you have a man who is making $150,000, but the people in his career make $450,000, he feels broke.
So let me stop you right there. No,
So hold on one second
hold on,
here.
no,
I'm
let me
gonna
finish
go
here.
to you, Dave.
No,
So it
that's
sounds.
not
I want to.
how-
I want to crystallize what she's saying. So it sounds like there are certain things that you want and certain intangibles that money can't buy that you're looking for. That's what it sounds like.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, go ahead, Dave.
The last part you said, Zoe, that is the one part you said is wrong. You want to build that into a man.
I can't build that into a
No,
man.
you said you can. So I just want to correct that. You cannot build that into a man.
She said you can't.
Okay,
said you
great.
can't.
Okay.
I said you
That's
cannot.
a delay on streamer. Okay, Kyle's got, the point I want to make sure is that a man has to be ready when he
Yes.
wants to do that. And so a lot of times women say they can build up a man, or they see something and can build him up, or they invest into that man. But until that man is ready, you can't do that. So I'm glad I heard that correction. So.
Yes,
Hey,
yes,
There's
yes.
a lot of gems being spit tonight. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. The chat is going
I
crazy.
know the chat is.
Oh. Yeah, Mrs. Smith said he can make six figures and have broke morals, broke standards, and a broke soul. Man, come on now. We talking well beyond finances. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, that's my wife spitting that ism right there. Go ahead, wifey.
Iron sharpens iron, right?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Beautiful. Yes, indeed. Man, thanks for dropping all that knowledge, Dr. Zoe. You know what? You never cease to amaze us. You always give us something. That's, like I said, you know, I'm 40, about to be 41, and I feel like I've traveled around the world. I've met a lot of people. I heard a lot of things. I've said a lot of things, but I learned a lot right here on the Jump Off from everybody on this panel every single week, guys. And that's why y'all need to keep tuning in every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Central to Jump Off. This is the only place you're gonna get this right here. Two intelligent women of color. And 2021 is the year of women. Y'all doing some incredible things, and we are so blessed just to have y'all here on our platform, sharing and caring with all that you have and expressing that with our viewers and everything. So we appreciate y'all so much. Like, I just wanted to take a pause and put that out
definitely. Duly noted. JD, you've been a little quiet over there. What you thinking about, brother? You got anything to say?
Man, I'm just absorbed. I'm still trying to. I'm using my fingers and my toes to count Dr. Zoe's equation.
You need a calculator, brother. You need to get yourself a TI-83.
Man,
TI-83. Wow.
TI-83.
I mean, I got an abacus in the back over here somewhere.
Oh man, he over there with the
right. Yep, sliding, about to start counting pinto beans and shit. But but no, I think that this is a wonderful conversation, and I would like to sort of change the direction just a little bit, a little bit. I think a lot of times we sort of envision ourselves with this person. And I feel like in dating and in relationships, a lot of times we're our own worst enemy. And we have this standard that we're searching for, that we are longing for of this person. And I just want to know, whoever wants to answer the question, specifically you, Crystal, though. How do you, what?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, how do you have this vision of the person that you want to be with? How do you accept, or can you accept below that vision of what you want in a man?
Can I accept?
Yeah, can you accept and be happy with something that's below the standard that you have in your mind? Like, do you feel like, or would that be considered like settling for you, and you eventually wouldn't be happy with that? Like, are you constantly trying to overachieve when you date, or are you just looking for a person that's going to meet these standards that you have in your head?
That's a really good question. I think I think I just need to have maybe at least 3 things that I really value and need this partner or potential partner to share with me. And at least 3 of them. Like, nobody's perfect. And the older we get, I think if we keep unrealistic high standards, we're never gonna find that person.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, and then I think it start, like, when you have a relationship, you know, so many things might different things happen that we sometimes I can't think, like, English words don't come to mind, but we create this relationship together, right? Like, and then the compromise and all that stuff, and we find out stuff about them. We might find out stuff about ourselves we didn't even know on the way. So I think at least have I you know, for me, it's like family values, their relationship with their mother, and yeah, like ambition, because I want to build each other. Like, I want to be able for us to build each other up.
You're echoing Dr. Zoe's sentiments with that ambition through line. Okay, yeah.
So yeah, I'll have at least like 3 main points. I don't want to, how do you say?
You don't want to give that.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Right. You don't want to compromise on those.
Yeah, I don't want to compromise that.
Yeah. Those are non-negotiable.
Non-negotiable. Yeah, I think at least have some non-negotiables.
Yeah.
That you feel strongly about.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
I hope fellas are taking notes tonight.
Yeah, it's a dissertation.
Absolutely. a lot of times, ladies, when it comes to, you know, women like you, beautiful, strong, vibrant, radiant, you know, you exude this thing before you even say a word. And a lot of times what men do or what guys do, they see that and they're like, wow, they're blown away by it. But at the same time, they talk themselves out of talking to you, because in their mind, they're like, man, I know she gets approached all the time by men. What can I say that'll sound or be different from all these other men that will catch their attention or even get them to even give me their number? You know what? They probably only want men with money or high stature. They talk themselves out of it. But here tonight on the Jump Off Live and anything but, we just heard, man, you just heard, you know, Crystal K, platinum art, multi-platinum artist, Dr. Zoe Stallings, got her own
multi-platinum doctor.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
These women just gave you all some gems. It's not all about this. Ambition is huge. There are a lot of great men out there who are very ambitious, but that are afraid to talk to incredible women like Dr. Zoe and Crystal K. Man, just shoot your shot, man. Shoot your shot. The only way you're gonna get better at shooting that shot is by shooting that shot. Okay, you don't become a great 3-point shooter by looking at the ball and looking at the rim. You got to shoot that shot.
Yeah, that's facts. Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you got something to say, brother. Tell us what's on your mind.
Oh,
Speak it, tell it.
I was going to ask Crystal, being an entertainer, one of the hardest fields to actually date. So, do you think that you are actually ready for a relationship right now, knowing the grind of the entertainment game?
Good question.
Because I know a lot of entertainers, and that's the one field that is hard to maintain relationships.
Am I ready?
Yeah. If you found the right guy in your career right now, are you ready? If God knocked on your door after this podcast right now, this show right now, and said, Crystal, here's your man. You an entertainer? I gave you what you got this voice of a bird, but here's your man. What you gonna do?
I think I'm ready.
That think means no.
No. I
want to hear more. You hesitant. I want to hear the real Crystal. God knocks on your door. Here's man.
Yeah, I'm ready. I think I'm ready for the. I don't think the type of relationship I'm ready for will break just because I'm busy or like because of my career that's doing this. Like, that guy's going to be mature enough. That guy's going to be able to hold it down and move accordingly to whatever I'm going through right now or his situation is, and we work through it together. I think I'm at that age, so I'm ready.
Ready to settle down. All right.
We got shots being shot in the audience right now.
Crystal, this chat, man.
That question. The chat is hot right now.
Yeah, they asking
shots right now. Guy said he got 2 months in him right now. He's ready to put that in. We got people
2
ready.
months and a clean mask. Let's go.
We got people who got washing machines for their mask right now. I'm telling you.
Yeah, people
that needs to be on a
can
shirt. Can that be on a shirt?
Yeah,
2 months in a clean mask. Let's
go. Let's get it. Somebody said, can they use Jump Off Live as a reference when they hop into your DMs? You cannot use our name.
You'll get a 30%
like that.
discount code.
Come on now. Discount code.
Oh yeah, you use Jump Off to get a DM discount.
A DM discount.
She'll read the first 3 on the strength of the Jump Off name. After that, she ain't gonna read no more. That is hilarious. Jump Off fans, just so you know, we're gonna be transitioning in a few minutes here into our Anything But interview series. The link is the same, so please stay on with us, okay? Because we're going to be asking Crystal some questions that have nothing to do with her career. So you're going to see me kind of transition into that in a few minutes here. But don't stop watching. Don't stop watching.
Stay with us.
Yeah, stay with us. Stay with us, just so you know. So yeah, you'll see me wrapping up the show, but that's just a behind the scenes YouTube thing. I'm going to wrap up the show and go into another intro to the Anything But interview series, just so you know. So yeah, I want to get some final comments and some final thoughts. Dr. Zoe, where you're at right now, are you confident that you are indeed on the right path and are clear and steadfast in what you want? Yeah.
Confident.
Yeah. Sounds like it. Okay. Any final words about relationships or anything like that?
I think when women are thinking about, I love what Crystal said about those fundamentals, because the things that you like when you're 20 and the things that you like when you're 30 and what you like when you're 40, those more superficial things and physical things change, but the fundamentals will stay with you. Yeah. And the man that you may have blown off when you were 20, you'd love that boring man when you're 40, right? That man starts to look real sexy, that he's so consistent, and he goes to the hardware store on Saturday mornings. Yeah. So in a lot of ways, you really grow, and you have to keep those fundamentals in mind, because money changes, looks change, but the fundamentals are really important.
Man.
Gotcha. Okay. That dude. Any final thoughts on this conversation?
Man, I had a lot, but I can't put it in here right now because we got to transition to anything but it's good, wholesome conversations here. We want to ask some tough questions, get it out there for people. So this is a great conversation, and I appreciate Crystal for coming on the show and being here with us. She is a great guest, and hope to have her back here again when she has new material, new music to promote, her things of that nature. And if God knocks on the door after the show and her man shows up and she can show her man to us. So that's what
Speak it into existence.
Yeah, speak
How
it
did
into
you guys
existence,
meet? Oh, through the jump off DMs.
Yeah, the DM's gonna be hitting for you right now. If you got an Instagram, I know they popping right now.
Oh man.
JD.
Yes, sir.
Any final words on navigating differences in relationships?
No, man. Like you said, or like everybody said, I don't really have too much extra to add. It's just amazing to get the opinion of multiple people on questions that I've thought about, and especially to get the female perspective. Like that, it's mind blowing that at 39 right now, where I could have been at 29 and maybe 19. And those, it's so drastically different to where I'm at right now. And, it's just, it's a shame that you only get, it's a shame that some people believe you only get one go around. But, it's also enlightening to be able to hear so many different opinions. But that one thing that sort of resounded throughout the entire show was, fellas, shoot your shot.
Yeah,
so
definitely. I really enjoyed this show tonight. I've enjoyed listening. I had a couple of notes that I wanted to get to about my own personal experience with navigating, cultural differences in relationships. But I really, I took a step back. One of the main reasons because I really enjoyed what Crystal and Dr. Zoe had to say, and sometimes it's better to just listen and really give that voice and illuminate that, because I feel like this show, and I'm so happy for the folks who are in the chat right now. Happy for anybody who's going to see the replay of this show, because I think a lot of very poignant information was shared tonight. So definitely appreciate that, ladies. Definitely. So I am going to close this out. Folks who are watching, stay on the line for the Anything But interview. Don't go nowhere now for the Anything But interview series. So as far as Jump Off Live is concerned, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Jump Off Live. This was episode number 38, right, JD? Yeah. And be sure to follow us on social media by searching for Jump Off Live. And we'll see you all next week. Peace and love.
Like and subscribe.
Yes, like and subscribe. All right. So we are done with the Jump Off Live show. Now I'm transitioning into our next show. So what I got here. So welcome to Anything But, presented by Jump Off Live, the celebrity interview series where we talk to famous folks about anything but what they're famous for. I'm Jeff A. Smith, and I'm joined here by the rest of Team Jump Off, DJ, aka that dude named Dave. We got JD, we got Johnny Dangerous. We have honorary member of Team Jump Off still in the cut with us, Dr. Zoe. You can just lay back and chill on this episode, Dr. Zoe, if you want. It's up to you. You know what I'm saying? You can chime in whenever you want to. And tonight, we're joined by platinum-selling singer, songwriter, actress, Crystal K, broadcasting live and direct from Japan. And it's still early morning over there, too. So thank you for continuing to rock with us, Crystal. We appreciate that.
I'm having a really good time.
Definitely.
I'm one of the boys.
Yeah. You holding your own. You holding your own. Definitely. So with the Anything But interview series, we ask celebrities questions about anything but what they're known for or famous for. So we have a series of questions we want to ask you. And Dr. Zoe, since you're on, would you be willing to, because I have a series of questions we already prepared. Would you be willing to ask one of these questions to Crystal that we have?
Yes.
Okay. I'll put that. Oh, there you go, JD. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay. So I'll start it off with the first question. Then Dr. Zoe, you can ask her the second question. JD put that in our private chat here. So first off, Crystal K, if you can choose one song to play every time you entered a room, what song would that be and why?
One song I could play every time I enter a room.
Mm-hmm.
Up in Here
Okay.
by DMX.
Yeah, rest in peace. Rest in peace, DMX.
Yeah, rest in peace. It's just it's so that song can play anywhere in the world and people just start like going crazy.
Yeah, it goes up. It definitely goes up.
Like it's literally an anthem. So, and because he passed, and I love that song. Yeah. Is that the official song? Is that the title?
It's called Party Up.
Party Up. Okay.
Yeah. I believe that's the title, right, Dave? Party Up.
Yeah.
I know he's a resident expert. He's on mute there. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Great response. Okay. I like that. We should have you sing that song. No, I'm just joking.
Like classical version.
Right. Version of it. Yeah. All right. That's what we got from this.
So, Crystal, who is your biggest role model in your life?
My biggest role model in my life is my mother.
Okay.
She really held it down. I'm the only child, and she raised me as a single mother. And she pretty much navigated my professional career. And till this day, she's my closest mentor. Yeah.
That's a blessing, man. That's a blessing. Definitely.
It's true. It's really a blessing. And like, I'm finally at the point where I'm able to appreciate her because, you know, I'm an only child and it was just me and mom. And at one point we were doing our own, she was my management. So she was my boss. She was my mom. She was my dad. She was my manager. And she just held it down. Like, so, you know, at the same time, it's like, because it's just the two of us, everything is really close, maybe too close at some point, and we live together. So it's hard for me to kind of look at things objectively and see the good from it and see how lucky I am. So it's like, oh, so annoying, whatever, mom, you know. But now that I'm, you know, 35 and we live separately and she finally let go, kind of, you know, what do you call it? Like a nest? Like when
she let the bird out the nest.
When parents have a hard time letting go of
their
children.
Empty nest syndrome.
Yeah. All of that. And we're at a good place. And I just realized how lucky I am as a singer because some things, like technical things, career decisions and all that stuff, like a singer can be a pretty lonely thing.
Yeah.
You know, like even being in the booth, like you're just in your own world. And, you know, it's hard to, is the mic okay? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
you just fine. Yep.
Yeah, even just being in the studio and the booth, like you can feel really lonely sometimes. And all of that, like I have someone as close as her that can just be like, yo, I'll call her and she'll be like, oh, just do that. Like, or if you use this, like your voice, you can just get there. Like it's easy. While other singers, those kind of things take years, you know, to learn, or like a technique. It takes years to acquire or to get to that point where you figure it out.
Gotcha.
But I have mom who I could just call up.
Yeah.
Oh, you just do that.
Yeah. Bam,
like,
bam.
Oh, bam, bam. So just the privilege to have someone like that so close. So yeah, mom.
Excellent. I see why. I see why you picked her.
Hmm.
Johnny Dangerous. What question you got for us?
Yeah. So, Miss Crystal K, do you
Hi.
have any useless talent? Like belching the ABCs or something like that?
Useless talent,
Yeah.
super fast typing.
Oh, okay. Okay. You can
Or
even with the Q's and the P's and all that.
all that.
The numbers too? The characters
Oh,
and
the
all that?
Not
numbers.
numbers. I'm always like at the airport and I'm like, damn, how they do that. And I can touch my nose with my tongue. I don't know. It's useless.
Okay.
That's subjective.
Yeah, some folks might be like, okay, that's a talent. That's a real talent. That's for real.
To
She can
self.
sing. That's the icing on the cake.
Right.
But what she do with her tongue, touching her nose? Now that's talent. You can't teach nobody that.
Right.
You got to be born with that.
Right. You can clean a mask with that. You can use that to clean a mask.
Yeah. That's
Clean
Star
more
was
than a
born.
mask.
She wasn't made.
Oh
She
my
was
God.
born. You clean the mask with that. Hey, I seen Crystal K punch a hole through her mask with her tongue and touch her nose. Blew my mind.
Oh my goodness.
God.
That is hilarious.
Useless.
Yeah. Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay. That dude named Dave. What you got?
Crystal, what advice would you give the 15-year-old version of yourself?
Ah,
Sophomore year in high school.
damn. Everything you're doing, this is hard.
Gotta think about it, huh?
Don't eat spicy mustard before going on stage.
I guess it's kind of serious, but like preparation is key. Like don't take anything for granted. Yeah. I guess you can use that with everything, all aspects of life.
Yeah.
True that.
Yeah.
And prep is key.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Preparation, huh?
Preparation is everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with performing.
Yeah, I bet. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. JD, what
Can
you
I
got?
ask like a little follow-up
Oh, yeah,
question?
a
to that
sidebar
real
question. Yeah,
quick?
go ahead.
Yeah. Just like if you had the opportunity to go back, and I mean, like we always sort of ask. Well, I'm not even gonna do that right now. I'll take it back. I'll have a follow-up question to our last question that we asked. So it's cool. It's cool. Because I'm gonna spoil the last question if I ask the question I want to ask right now. So
Okay. I got you.
I'll wait.
It's still on you though, JD.
Oh, so I get to ask another question.
Yeah.
Okay. If you weren't an entertainer, what career would you have?
Man, I ask this question to myself maybe like twice a year, and I'm like, I can't think of anything else. I can't think of anything else.
An exotic tongue dancer.
You could be a stenographer if you can type that fast. The courtroom stenographer in there. You know what I'm saying?
Or I used to be interested in like counseling,
Okay.
psychology, and then I started seeing movies like The Sixth Sense, and I was like, hell no.
That did it for you, huh?
Yeah, like, oh, what if I go, kind of, or like, I do seriously wonder, sometimes like if they couldn't help that patient and then something bad happens. I was like, nah.
Yeah.
But maybe marketing.
Okay.
Or something in the entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still something in that realm.
Something in that realm.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Good answer. All right. Johnny Dangerous has a signature question that we typically ask folks on the show. Very hard-hitting, thought-provoking question. So the floor is yours, JD. I mean, not JD, Johnny Dangerous, the other JD.
So, it's Crystal K. I like to ask this question in my own version of Morpheus from the Matrix. So I hope you're ready to answer this. This is probably the most important question that you'll ever answer.
Before you answer that question or ask that question, though, I want to give Dr. Zoe a formal goodbye. She's logging off for the night.
I know it's so hard to go.
Yeah, we appreciate having you on the show.
Don't leave
Dr.
me.
Actually,
Going to the wolves. As he's about to get into his.
I'm telling you, I'll wait. I want to hear the last question. I'll wait.
Oh, go ahead. Okay. Well, we'll say goodbye after the question.
Yeah.
As you were, Johnny Dangerous.
You mean Morpheus?
Oh, my bad, Johnny Morpheus.
I'm darker Morpheus. If you had, excuse me, Crystal K, there's a blue pill and a red pill. The blue pill allows you to change one thing from your past, and the red pill allows you to change one thing from the future. Which one would you take, and what would you change? Let me know if you need me to ask it again. You want me to ask it again?
The blue pill.
There's a blue pill and a red pill. The blue pill allows you to change one thing from your past, and the red pill allows you to change one thing from the future. Which one would you take? And
Blue.
What would you change?
Blue.
The blue? And why?
I wish I could change. I don't know if I could change this though.
The machines are coming.
I wish I could have been at the MTV Awards. I think it was 2008 or 9 in Japan when Michael was here. I wasn't there, so everyone else met him.
Oh, man.
Except for me.
And that was right before he passed, because he passed in 2009. Oh my goodness, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's real.
And if you had met him and you had like one-on-one moment with him, what would you have said to him? What do you think he would have said to you?
You know what I think he would have said to me? I think he would have been like, "Oh, you look like Janet."
I can see that.
I can see that.
I can see that resemblance.
Yeah.
He would have said, "Crystal, what that tongue do?"
Do that thing. I seen it on YouTube.
I watched JumpOff Live.
She said, "Don't break her image of Mike."
Don't break my image of Mike. But I heard he was pretty. I heard he was pretty hood.
Yeah, I heard he was too.
Yeah,
a little aggressive.
Right?
Yeah, he is from Gary, Indiana, which is the hood over here. He says from the hood.
I would have loved
Nation
to
of
see,
Islam. They don't play.
see that side. I don't know. I probably, after I broke down and cried and hugged him,
Yeah.
I probably would have just been like, "Can we be friends?"
You're like, yeah, I'll be your friend. I've been looking for a new friend since Ben.
Yeah, I love Ben. Yeah.
Mike would have been like, I love your skin tone. I should have stopped right when I was at you at the place. And your nose.
It was your
nose
perfect.
is phenomenal.
It's perfect.
It's perfect.
Don't change anything.
Put some clay on it. We'll duplicate that. I'm getting that nose. Put some clay on it. I'm gonna write a song about that.
Put some clay on it. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. No, but that I literally met every single person but Michael.
Oh,
I met
man.
his entire family.
Wow. You met Janet?
I interviewed Janet.
Oh man.
I worked with Jimmy and Terry.
Oh man.
Like everyone but Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you. Wow. That's
And
I can see that's
all these people that were like the like Japanese celebrities or whatever
Mhm.
that probably have no interest in
Yeah.
Michael.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they all met him and they
Yeah.
have like
Yeah. That was
photos with him. I'm like,
yeah.
damn it.
Yeah. That was a wasted meeting for them. They're like,
You
yeah,
know
Mike.
nothing about Michael.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't know who he is. You don't know how
You
you give
don't
it
love
up.
him like I do. Yeah.
They
Yeah.
ran up on him like, Michael Jordan, we love you. We love you. You man. You, Scottie Pippen give you the ball and you man.
You always shoot your shot.
You always shoot your shot.
Oh man.
JD.
He's on
Hilarious,
fire.
man. Hilarious.
Oh
Johnny
god.
Dangerous is on fire tonight.
Yeah, he is. Dr. Zoe, you out?
Yeah, I'm gonna head out. I got some
Okay.
early patients tomorrow. I appreciate
Okay.
it though. Crystal
Definitely,
K, I love you. You're amazing.
No, I love you too. Thank you so much. Like you just spoke for the all of the women on
Thank you.
the matter, like the what cultural differences.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you hit the nail on the head on everything
Thank you
you
so
said.
much.
Thank you.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
got you
following you,
back
so
on.
I can't wait to see all the good stuff you're doing. So that's awesome.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right,
Peace and
everybody.
love,
Thanks for
Dr.
having
Zoe.
me. I love y'all.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Much
Good
love.
night, Dr. Zoe. Appreciate you
Yeah.
as always.
Before we wrap this up, Crystal, I have a bonus question. So John's question was not the last question. We got a bonus question. So if you had to call out one of your celebrity friends to be on Anything But and get interviewed by us, who would that friend be or that person be?
I don't know if you guys know her, but Rina Sawayama.
Okay.
She's
Now-
making waves right now. She's actually Japanese, but was raised in the UK.
Okay.
So she speaks with a British accent, and
Okay.
she's a singer. And now I think she's shooting for John Wick 4.
Wow.
Whoa.
Five.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's killing it right now.
Nice.
That's what's up.
She's really fun. I think she would have some great answers, or just
Okay.
talks like when it comes to cultural stuff too, because she's been through some stuff too.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll talk to you offline about that to see if we can potentially work something out and get her on the show. That'd be
Okay.
dope. That would be dope. All right, fellas. We got a few more minutes. So any overtime questions before we go ahead and wrap this up? Anything that popped into anybody's mind before we
I got a question.
let Crystal K go and enjoy her day?
I got a question.
Yeah.
I'm a big boy, so I need to know about your food habits.
Yeah.
What type of food do you love like more than anything else?
What type of food? I love to eat.
Yeah. You a foodie?
I'm a foodie.
Yeah.
I love to eat, and oh my god, if you guys have not been in Japan,
I don't think none of us. Oh, John,
It's
have
on
you
my
been?
bucket list. No, it's on my bucket list, man. That's me and my daughter, man. We always talk about how we were going to go to Japan. Like we wanted to go for the Olympics, but COVID, all that happened, and that kind of really messed that up.
Yeah.
I love everything, but I really love Japanese food, Korean food.
Okay.
My mom can throw down.
Oh yeah. She gets busy.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
A lot of like Korean home cooked, like home cuisine, Asian food. But I really want like a good fried chicken.
Hey, can't go wrong with that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you should have came over yesterday. It was fried chicken over here.
Oh,
Should have came over yesterday.
Right?
Yeah.
Hey,
Wait,
don't make me go upstairs. I still got leftovers. You go make me go upstairs and show you.
or like good mac and cheese or like cornbread.
Oh, you should.
Oh, okay. You talking about soul food? Okay,
Man.
it's in your blood, girl. It's in your blood.
yesterday.
I don't think they have like a proper. Maybe there's like one restaurant run
Okay.
by this black dude.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think Japanese people would love that.
Yeah, they probably whoever opened up that type of business would probably.
We need to
clean
open up a
over there.
restaurant. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's take
Yeah.
over.
Harold's
All
Chicken.
Crystal.
Yeah.
I
We'll
love-
plan up, do a pop-up. We'll have a fried chicken, macaroni, cornbread, greens. Crystal shows the location. Welcome, and we all make this money. That's vegetarian, so you can make the greens, Jeff.
I can make the greens.
No
Okay,
fat
thank
back
you.
in there though.
Right.
But yeah,
We-
like Korean barbecue and like just meat. I mean,
Yeah.
everything is so good here.
Yeah.
Like the vegetables, amazing, meat, fish, everything. So yeah, I like it all.
See the
What's up,
Caesar shooting
Jeff?
this shot, man.
Yes.
One after another. He at the free throw line.
Jeez.
He's shooting from half court right now, man. He
Man,
has no
shooting.
shame in this. Hey, I rock
Oh,
in this league.
Raylia, this is my friend. She's a dope photographer.
Oh, dope.
Hi,
Hey,
Raylia.
Raylia, what's going on? Greetings. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it.
Soulfood House. Oh my God, you've been to Soulfood House? She lives in Nara in Kyoto.
Okay.
Kyoto.
Yeah.
So I got a cousin. Shout out to my cousin Ryan, serving in the Air Force. He's in Japan right now. Him and his family.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
representing. Yeah. I think
Nice.
he's at Kadena, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Kadena, Okinawa.
Okinawa. Yeah.
Mhm. Okinawa's
Nice.
beautiful.
Man,
Yeah,
so
you
that-
guys need to come. Like the food is amazing here. Like
Is
once-
it from a vegetarian perspective? Can I still get my eat on too?
Nah,
Okay,
nobody
okay.
cares.
I still
Nobody
can represent it.
cares.
I'm not an herbivore.
No.
but I am a
Herbivore,
vegetarian.
man.
No.
Lying. He eat
You
pork
a
chop
herb. You
I'm a
a herb.
sandwiches. Yeah. Stop lying. You eat pork chop sandwiches. Stop
Oh goodness.
You chew on cud, man. Come on.
lying. That T-bone. Stop playing.
Hilarious. All right. We'll go ahead and wrap this up. So Crystal K, for those, I mean, I know pretty much everybody knows, but for those who may not know, how can folks get at you on social media platforms and all that good stuff? How can they find you
I'm on
and support
IG,
you?
Instagram. My music's on I think all digital streaming platforms,
Mhm.
Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, on Tidal too.
Okay. Nice.
And Amazon.
Okay. All that.
wow.
And yeah, YouTube.
Okay.
When's your next concert?
December. It's at Billboard.
It's
Oh,
that
Billboard.
stuff there?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we have they have like venues ran by Billboard.
Gotcha. And will people
Awesome.
be able to watch you online while you're performing at the concert?
Actually, I don't think we're streaming for this, but yeah, we're gonna have people are gonna be there
Okay. So it's in person. Okay.
in person. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
Anybody in Japan, make sure you be on the lookout. Get your tickets.
For
Or anybody
sure.
around the world who's going to travel over there,
Christmas.
get your tickets.
Wear your
Definitely.
best mask, man.
Yeah,
Make
but your
sure it's
best man
clean.
show up in your
Clean.
finest.
You know what I'm saying?
Your cleanest mask,
You know?
gentlemen.
And that don't mean you
Dingy.
reverse the mask if it's dirty on one side. Go get you a new one.
Don't be a cheapskate.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Give
Well,
me that
Crystal.
90%.
Oh my god.
Continue blessings in all of your endeavors. Like,
Thank
I mean,
you
you are
so
super duper talented and the sky is the limit. And, you know, I know you're going to continue to do great things. We really and truly appreciate you gracing us with your presence. I'll probably bug you at some point to have you on the show again if you're willing. If we
please.
didn't
No,
scare
it
you
was
away.
super fun.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
I loved it. I had a lot of fun.
Awesome.
Please
Any final
have me.
words, gentlemen, before we sign off?
Thank you. You blessed us tonight. Thank you for your presence.
Yes,
Thank
for
you.
sure. For sure.
you
And
for
fried
having me.
chicken.
That dude named Dave. Anything?
When COVID's over, I'm coming out that way. Show us what's
Yeah.
up. Hey, that's a fact. Because of COVID, no. When COVID's done, booked.
Nice.
Show
Nice.
Jump Off a good time. We want to record live out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah.
Most
Shout out
definitely.
to all our fans, man, for watching.
Much
Much love in the
And
chat.
all the
Much
new
love.
fans. Yeah.
Yeah, new
Everybody in
fans
the
too.
Crystal
We
K
appre-
bar.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah. Please like and
Yes,
subscribe.
like and
Continue-
subscribe, please.
Hey, I
Yes.
got an announcement real fast, guys.
Yeah.
We need that HBO. I want to explain. We need that HBO. It's that help a brother out.
Like HBO.
Subscribe and click the bell notification. It's the HBO special. Help
Okay.
a brother out. Click like, subscribe, bell notification.
I like that, Dave. There's a whole new meaning to the term HBO. Okay.
I had to get that out there. Sorry, I didn't want to forget that.
No doubt. No problem at all. So thank you all for tuning in to another episode of Anything But. As we've already said, please be sure to follow us on social media, like and subscribe. You can find us just by searching for Jump Off Live. And we'll see you on the next celebrity interview. Peace and love.